If you're trying to lose belly fat and you've tried things like starving yourself, doing hours of boring cardio, every diet under the sun, and you still see no results, then you're not alone. You see, the truth is most fat loss advice out there is either very outdated or very unsustainable for people that live super busy lives. So over the last 20 years or so, I've been helping busy professionals just like you lose fat and keep it off for good. And I'm not just talking the talk. I once went through my own body transformation and I went from this to competing at the O2 Arena in London in a men's physique show in only 6 months. So let's get into those 7 tips. Tip 1, eat enough to fuel your day, but stay within a calorie deficit. Now, this doesn't mean that you need to track calories, although it helps. What I find with clients is that if you've never tracked before, you're not going to have much of an idea as to how many calories food have. So if you track just for a few days, you have a much better understanding at the caloric value that each food has. So typically when it comes to choosing foods, I always like to recommend to clients that you stick to whole foods. So things that either grow on the ground or on a tree or any animal that's relatively lean. So try to stick to whole foods and not too much stuff that's overly processed, because these things, they're more calorie dense, they're gonna have a lot more calories, not as nutritious, and they won't keep you as full for longer. Also, the secret to remaining in the calorie deficit is that your deficit is not too large, roughly about 10%. Because if you go too aggressive on a deficit, then the chances of you binging in the evening are going to be really, really high. So the secret here is to almost trick your body to think that it's not in a deficit, but that you're training, you're moving well, you have the energy to train and perform well, but the deficit isn't so big that you are completely crashing and burning. Tip number 2, and this is strength training. Now, strength training is great to target body fat and belly fat because you keep burning calories for roughly 48 hours post your workout. Also, you burn calories through your muscles, so the more muscle mass you have, the more efficient you are at burning those calories. So strength training is fantastic for weight loss. Now, try not to overcomplicate it. 2 sessions a week is more than enough, and I always like to recommend full body sessions. And again, just have fun with it. Make sure you're lifting safe within the 6 to 15 rep range, hitting full body, all your body parts, and 2 times a week is more than enough. Tip 3, move more throughout the day. Now, non-exercise movement is fantastic at targeting belly fat. Now, this is things like walking, for example, or taking the stairs rather than the lift. When you compound this movement over time, then it really does have a big effect on your body composition and how much fat you can burn without you having to add another session to the gym. If you commute to work, maybe get off a station earlier and walk for 15 minutes. Where possible, take stairs instead of lifts, and just making sure that you're hitting roughly between 7,000 to 10,000 steps a day is going to ensure that you're continuing to burn calories and energy and fat throughout the rest of the day. By the way, if you want to fast track the fat loss process and have a plan built for you that fits your lifestyle, then check out the link down below and see if one of my coaching programs is a good fit. Tip number 4, sleep. Now, lack of sleep or poor sleep really messes with our hormones, especially the ones that are responsible for our hunger cues. So as you probably already know, lack of sleep raises our cortisol levels, which is our stress hormone, and this can do really horrible things to the body. So make sure that you prioritize good recovery. The body likes consistency when it comes to your bedtime, and this is really going to help you at reaching your fat loss goals. Tip number 5, hydration. Now, your secret weapon to targeting body fat is staying well hydrated. This really does help control appetite. Half the times when people feel hungry, it's actually a thirsty issue, and the body just gets confused over thirst and hunger. So if you stay well hydrated, which for me, I always like to recommend between 2 to 3 liters a day of pure water, then this does really help suppress appetite and just keep those hormones in control. Number 6, stop doing ab exercises to target belly fat. This does not work and it has been debunked. In fact, if you do not target the body fat in your midsection and you do a bunch of crunches, that is only going to make your midsection bigger. Doing ab crunches doesn't burn many calories, so it's not a very efficient way to train. You want to use the gym to get strong and move your body as a whole, rather than just spending a lot of time doing small crunches, which is just a waste of time at this stage. Once you get lean and you can start to see your abs, then yes, you can spend a bit more time doing crunches to make them pop a bit more. But at the start, it's better for you to do full body workouts. This is going to work your abs a lot more, doing squats, lunges, deadlifts, rows, presses. These exercises will always work your abs more than any specific crunch will. Tip number 7, consistency over perfection. Now, it took you time to add body fat, and it's going to take a little bit of time to remove that body fat as well. And it's very natural, because we are all human, that at some point you are going to mess up. But what is key here is that you just brush it off and you get back to plan the next day. Don't self-sabotage, which is very normal and can happen when people feel that they've messed up. Just know that we're all human and it's going to be okay. So if you've had a meal that has had more calories or that isn't aligned with your goals, no big deal. Just brush it off and start again tomorrow. It's important to be consistent and not try to be super strict with your nutrition plan. And there will be times where you mess up along the way, but that's absolutely fine. Just make sure you get back on the horse the next day and you follow to the plan and stick to it. Now look, if you've been struggling to lose body fat for a while and you want some help building a plan that's specific to your unique goals and lifestyle, then check out the link below to my website where I share all my services, links down below. So now you've got a strategy to lose belly fat, but what does that actually look like day to day? One of the biggest challenges that I hear is, how the hell do I eat that much protein? So in this video, I'll show you exactly how I eat 180 grams of protein a day easily. And this is no dry chicken breast and no living off shakes. Just click here to check it out.